Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. Without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Okay, so my eyes are primed, ready to go. This is going to be a chatty get ready with me. Sorry about the lapse in videos. Hold on, I gotta drink some water. It's part of my New Year's. I don't say resolutions, I just say goals, something else, but essentially New Year's resolution, right? So I'm gonna try and go through this really quickly because I'm running on time, but I don't want to be running too late or late at all. Actually, that's the goal. So I'm gonna try and I'll list all the products down below. So if I don't mention anything, it's always the same stuff that I use over and over, but I'll go ahead and mention it down below. I'm not gonna zoom in too much just because it's not really a tutorial, it's just kind of you guys watching me get ready. So yeah, so I've been absent for a little bit. I don't want to sit here and front for you guys because I hate people, not hate, sorry, that's the wrong word. I don't like it when I feel like people are being fake or fronting to put out content, and I struggle with a lot of different things these past couple of weeks. Some things that are personal that I'm not going to discuss on here, just out of the privacy for myself and my family, but other things too because there's been a lot of just other things going on with some of my friendships and relationships, and it's kind of tough because I feel like I always attract, I usually tend to attract people who I feel like I can help. And I do that for, I know the exact reason why I do it. I won't go into that one for sure, but essentially, I'm saying all this to say that I've been feeling different about myself, and I'm really trying to understand why I'm in some of the situations that I'm in. And one of the things that I really want to understand is why God allowed me to come out here to Montana with no one around me. And I'm the type of person where I'm kind of like a loner anyways, so that doesn't bother me, but I almost feel so lost out here. I got what I wanted, and he allowed me to be selected into the military, into the position that I'm in, but I've been through so much turmoil this year that sometimes I've been wondering if it's been worth it, just because of the personal struggles that I've been going through. And a lot of it, to be honest, half and half, I'll say 40% of 2017 was dealing with some personal things that happened at my unit, and then the other maybe 40% was personal things going on with certain individuals in my life, and then also just stressing out because I feel like I just don't know what I'm doing. And I'm the type of person, I don't like that. I like to feel God's presence. I like to feel closer. I like to feel close with him and understand like what my purpose is, especially in this moment of my life. And I feel like that's a common thing with people is, for me, at least for me, it helps me understand what the bigger picture is. And sometimes God doesn't give you that whole background story, but I've just been feeling like a little just not like myself, and I'm trying to get back to feeling like myself, or a better version. And I can't come on here and film because I was just I was a hot mess these past couple of weeks because of certain things that happened to me. And it's really tough. And I tried filming and I edited, or I didn't even edit the video, I just looked at the clips and I just looked so sad. And the truth is I don't know if I was at the point of saying, like, I don't like to claim things that I'm not, so I'm not going to say that I was like 100% depressed, but I was definitely 100% down. And I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. I really didn't. It just felt like there was no point. I didn't know. So I tried to feel better, and my church back home in Kansas is doing, of course, it's similar to the Daniel's fast, sorry, but it's a little bit different. So it is similar to the Daniels Fast, it's just a little bit different, I would say. We progressively do things like, I just feel like I always do my eyeliner a little weird. I'll fix my wings at the end to make sure they're even. I always have a little trouble doing my eyeliner sometimes, but for the most part. So yeah, so I was just going through a lot and I could not be on camera. I just couldn't, and I'm really trying to get myself to that point too where I'm not letting so much affect me. But I think because there's just so much, I don't want to say baggage, but there's just too much going on that I can't fully focus on what I need to focus to. And I feel like God is saying too that I can't take everything and everyone with me. Like, he's over here, I honestly believe, trying to bless me and grow me into something, but I keep trying to hold on to so much of my former self, and I can't do that with where I'm trying to be, where I'm trying to grow. And I just really never thought, because I have such a loyalty to other people that it's almost like I will do anything to keep them. Anything. Because I just want to show my loyalty and how I'm a great friend. But some people, to be honest, do not deserve that. And I feel like I never put myself first either. I'm always pouring myself into other people and making sure they're okay, making sure I'm checking on them, making sure I'm being such a great friend. Sometimes it's not reciprocated, and that's okay, because sometimes, to be honest, I think a lot of people don't know how to love. A lot of people don't know how to be really, truly good friends, and you have to learn that over time. But it also gets to a point where I'm pouring so much out of myself that I have nothing left of myself. And I'm over here being such a people pleaser that at the end of the day, I literally have nothing for myself. I'm empty. It's taken a lot for me to realize that, and it's just too much. It's too much, and I honestly feel, it honestly just makes me really sad, because I want to see everyone win. I want to see people be successful. I want to be there to support them through the ups, the downs, the, inconsistencies. I want to support people and let them know that I am here for you. But if it is at the cost of my life, my peace, my happiness, my joy, my number one focus right now to me is, to be honest, my relationship with God. If it is at that cost, then I cannot take you with me. I have to leave you alone. And it sucks, but I also have to remember too, sometimes people outgrow people. And I just feel like not everyone always has to be at the same level, but you have to be contributing somehow. I feel like you have to be working on yourself somehow. You can't keep staying in the same places over and over and over again. At some point, you're going to have to fight for yourself. And if you can't do that, I cannot help you do that. I just can't. And it's so exhausting, but it's so nice to finally be able to say that out loud to myself, to you guys, to people I don't even know. It's so extremely rewarding, because I feel like this is the feeling that I'm trying to get back to. The feeling of, I love you, but I have to love you from a distance. And I think that's a lot of things that some people struggle with, is because we always want to, most people, especially with personalities like mine, you always want to help people, but what's the cost? And sometimes you have to allow people to I let people make their own mistakes, so that's not an issue, but you have to allow people to kind of find themselves and just, I never want to end anything saying like, I'll never, giving definitive definitive answers, but some people are meant to grow with you, and some people you just kind of move on. And that's perfectly okay. You can be in this world where you support each other and not be directly involved with each other. It's going to be hard for me though, but I really have to take this step because I'm just extremely stressed. And you guys know I'm planning a wedding. I have my fiance to make sure he's good. Like, I'm supposed to be his best friend, partner, whatever. We're each other's best friends. So I have to make sure I'm, you know, not taking out my stuff on him. Like, those are relationships that I need to build on. My relationship, like I said, with Christ, like, I'm still trying to get to another level. And I think the reason why I feel so stagnant in my faith is because I keep holding on to a lot of personal baggage. And God cannot bless me. He can't, you know, promote me with it. Because the longer I hold on to it, I'm just going to ruin everything. And to me, that's more important than having 20 people around me. It's more important than having those constant, having people come to my wedding who are just there to be a seat filler. It's important to me to make sure to myself that I'm constantly growing and constantly evolving, and I have to let myself know, because I'm a natural people pleaser. You're hearing it from my lips. I have to break that cycle, because elevating people, pouring all my passion, heart, commitment into them has left me feeling probably the most emptiest I've ever felt. And that's the truth, because I should be focusing on stuff that matters. Not saying that they don't matter. I should be focusing on a lot more developmental stuff within myself, but instead I'm like focused on them, and it's killing me for sure. So that's what I've been going through, and the past week or so I planned all this stuff out for New Year's and stuff to film and have all this stuff in. I couldn't even, there were some days where I didn't get out of bed, and you're gonna have those days, so I want to come on here and you know, say that it's okay, but I'm okay now. I dusted myself off. I feel great. I spent some time with God. I'm gonna spend some more time with God, but I just can't allow, you can't come with me. Not everyone can come with me, and it's tough. It's definitely tough, because I want to take everyone with me, but I can't. In that quest, because I have some things that I want to accomplish, and I know I'm going to be I already am pretty successful. I like to have positive affirmations, but I know I'm going to be extremely successful. It's just all about my growth and all about listening to God and being obedient as well. I just have to remember that and remember to put Him first. And if I'm honest with myself, I feel like I struggled last year with putting my faith completely first, just because I'm still trying to find a church home. That's ongoing. And I'm also still trying to understand what it means to really work a job where it literally never ends. And also I'm very consistent. I try to be extremely consistent on YouTube, even when, like right now we're preparing for a huge inspection, so I've been working sometimes 10 to 12 hour days just to make sure, you know, our area looks really good and make sure we're not missing anything. So that's always stressful. And then I'm planning a wedding, which is like another job, and then you have your natural stressors in life, and then it's just a lot. So I think I just became overwhelmed, and I kind of just like shut down, to be honest. But now I feel so much better. I'm going to church today. I feel really good. Even though I don't have a church home, one that I feel like is as good as the churches I used to go to back at home, I really do like this church. I think I just need to give it a chance, and I can't compare it to what I have back at home, because the truth is I'm not going to find anything that I had back at home. Let me turn the exposure down because it's getting brighter outside and I don't want you guys to see me. There we go. Now I look like a black goddess. So yeah. So whenever you're feeling down and stuff, I encourage you guys to, if you do pray or do something that makes you feel better, to to get to it as soon as you can. I also feel like it's important though to recognize and feel your feelings, but just don't get caught up in them. And that's hard for me to say because sometimes I do get caught up in my feelings and I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I've wasted so much time. So, but no, I'm feeling really good about everything. I feel positive, I'm happy, I'm in a great mood, great spirits. I feel like I just needed to kind of recruit and get myself together, so I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Until then, so on positive notes, I am going to be filming a wedding update, sitting down and kind of going through everything that we've got done so far, but I just want to brag on my fiance because he is such a good man and he gets a lot of stuff done. And normally fiancés are not, oh, I forgot to put powder on my face. No! Normally fiancés are not as involved when it comes to the wedding planning, but he's very involved. You guys, I don't know if it's just my aging or what, but I never used to have smile lines, and now all of a sudden I even have a smile line right now. Like, you can't see it, but I can see it. And I'm trying to figure out, when did this happen? How did this happen? In fact, let me go ahead and set my smile lines because I don't understand why I have smile lines. I don't know if it's just because I smile so deeply, like I do have a pretty intense smile and I have a big mouth, so I don't know if that's it or what, but I never used to have smile lines and now I have literally smile lines, and it makes me kind of sad because I never used to. But back what I was saying, my fiance does so much for me, and it's nice to have someone who's your best friend too. And that's what I really love about our relationship, is we're legit friends. So he doesn't tell me the stuff that I always want to hear, but at the same time he's always very supportive of me, and there's stuff that I simply can't do because he's busy too, but he works in a job where he has maybe a fifth more flexibility than me, so there's just times where he has to make the calls to vendors and stuff, and I just can't, because literally when I go to work, I'm in meetings all day. Let me not think about work. I'm on a break. So yeah, he does such a good job when it comes to making sure stuff is getting done and we're handling things, staying on top of me for things, because I'm like, sometimes I get so caught up in my work that I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? So he's really good at that, and I just really appreciate him. So it's made the process, although the process is pretty stressful for me, just because it just is sometimes, it depends on the day, he makes it so much easier. So I really appreciate him, and it's nice to have people in your corner. So for the most part, other than that, it's just been, honestly, going well. But I will film a separate update so that way people who don't want to hear that don't have to listen to all my wedding stuff. So I hope all you guys are doing well. 2018 is going to be a really good year for me. There's so much stuff going on this year that I am so excited, and sorry, I really feel like God is going to take me to a new level, and I also want to take this time to be selfish, because I'm going to be a +1 at the end of the year, and I won't ever get that time with just myself again. So I want to make sure I'm taking all of the necessary precautions to be just what Veronica wants and what Veronica wants to do, and get some things in order before I have someone else to worry about and someone else living in my place or living together and I can't escape. Not that I want to escape, but you guys know what I mean. It's different when you live with people. The question that I get all the time is if we're going to live together before we get married, and no, that is not in the cards for us. We definitely are a non-traditional couple, but we are traditional in some things, and that is one of them, is we will not live together until after we are married. So Lewis will not be joining me up here until after. He is coming to live up here. We talked about potentially staying separated until, because believe it or not, as an officer, I get to move a lot earlier, so I am eligible to relocate this summer. But obviously with the wedding, I don't think that's something I want to do, just because it's already hard enough. And then if with throwing the moving and stuff in there. But if I do get selected to relocate, then I have no choice but to go. So that is something we've talked about as well. And if I do get relocated, obviously we'll wait until I'm settled and all that stuff for him to come up here. Or but that should be, since our wedding is at the end of the year, that shouldn't be a problem. Even if I am relocated, he would still come at the same time. But if I were, let's say, to get moved, let's say my report date is September or January or something really off or late, because sometimes they'll do people out of cycle like that, just depending on where people are going, then obviously I wouldn't have him come live up there with me for a month and then we're gonna move somewhere else. It actually may make it easier, but just depending on certain things, you know, depending on my next assignment. If I don't get selected this summer to move, then I'm definitely moving the summer of 2019. So either way, Lewis will be here for like a year. Lucky dog. He won't have to experience as much weather issues as I've had to go through. But other than that, we're very traditional in that sense. So that's the question I get all the time. I'll try and I wanted to film a Q&A, but LA was we were so busy and spending time with family, you know, that came first. So we'll have plenty of time when we're together to film all the videos that we want to film and go in further detail of our relationship. Ideally, I would like to get that out before the wedding, so maybe the next time I see him, I think we might see each other in a few months, and then after that we won't see each other until the wedding, but ideally that's what the goal is. Is something to that sorts. Okay, you guys, so I finished my complete makeup look. It's just I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but I basically did like a purple smoky eye that I always do with the Amrezy palette. But yeah, so I'm gonna head off to church. I'm probably not gonna wear any earrings. I don't feel like wearing earrings today, which is often. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Overall, to say, basically, I hope you have a great, wonderful 2018. I'm going to be filming a lot of videos, back on track. And overall, if the only thing that you get out of this video is everyone goes through something at some point, it's just kind of how you come out of it and how you deal with it. So make sure you guys are taking care of you and putting yourself first in some situations. Yeah, and just remember to work on yourself if you can tell that you need some work or that you're not striving as much as you should be striving. Then that's self-reflection time, and that's time that you should take to think about where you're headed and where you're going and where you want to be. So don't forget to pray and visualize and claim and positive affirmations out there. Never speak anything into existence that you don't want to happen, so be careful with your tongue, as the Bible says, essentially. And yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully it wasn't all over the place. I'll try and edit it down so it's not too long and too much, but I really enjoy talking, and this is one of my favorite hobbies and things for me. It's one of the best outlets, is just filming and talking, and it's always helped for me. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for checking out my wedding vlogs. If you want to see more from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, because that lets me know that you like videos from me and you want to see more. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!